You guys might be like, hey, where's the studio? What's going on with the weird microphone? Well, this is a serious video, that's why. No studio today, okay? So recently I got a comment from a friend. Well, he used to be a friend. He wrote, fuck Weaver Beats. He doesn't even make jazz metal fusion anymore. SMH. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. Long story short, that's what we're doing today. Jazz metal fusion. I don't really know a lot about jazz, so this is gonna be a little more leaning on the metal side of things. But there's still gonna be a little bit of jazz influence in there. I'm gonna try to do my best, but that's why it's gonna sound the way it sounds. So it's gonna be a little more metal than jazz. Or if it's like a pie chart here, it'll be like 80% metal and 20% jazz. Or maybe like 90% metal and 10% jazz. Okay, maybe it'll be like 99% metal and then maybe like a little sliver of jazz. I got it. Get your laughs in, guys. He took 4 hours to make jazz death metal fusion. Yeah, real funny. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, it's super funny. Yeah. First things first, I started off with some drum loops that I just found, free ones on the internet, and they did not sound very good. I mean, the timing of them and the rhythm sounded good, but it just sounded like they were over compressed or something. But I ended up using them anyways because I guess I couldn't be fucked to find more. I don't know. I guess my strategy here was I wanted to get some solid drums first, and I was just kind of gonna build on that. I don't know. Sometimes I see like tweets and people are like, "Who starts with drums?" B. Then the next thing I did was bring in Omnisphere. And my plan was to use the jazz guitars from there because they sound pretty decently. Obviously, it's not going to sound very metal right at the gates, but you know, with some distortion from Guitar Rig, it got pretty there. I think there's probably something better we could use if we want to do this digitally. One thing I noticed though, it definitely has like a limit to like how low it can go though. Like, it's definitely not made for chugging. Like once you hit like some pretty low notes, like anything below like E, it starts to get like kind of muddy. Oh yeah, I got rid of all the effects off the guitar too, just to make it like a clean input into Guitar Rig. Worth clarifying. I was experimenting with using the arpeggiator because I thought that might be a good idea. So yeah, it could sound like shit if you don't do this right. I'm doing it completely right here though, obviously. No, I think it's just like the input's too high at the moment or something. I don't know, hopefully I'm using this microphone correctly. I've never left my room, so I don't know. This is my first time using or seeing a microphone like this. I was experimenting with writing some riffs here, as you can see. So one thing I was noticing is I was having some trouble playing at this tempo. I don't think I've ever really played at 216 BPM in my entire life. So yeah, just a little bit of latency will really fuck you up at this tempo is something I've learned. So I remember one of the first things I did was I like did this kind of shitty like new metal chug rhythm. And that was really just to like kind of feel it out from there. I like the first thing, I recorded it and I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of And I realized, okay, we gotta do like a more interesting rhythm, I think, like if we're gonna do some sort of chugging, because like if we just do this, then it's just gonna sound like new metal, right? Yeah, here's that part again there for reference. If you guys just wanna, if you wanna take down some notes of like some shit not to do. So I did a bunch of shit here that I ended up not using. This was just kind of like the path of production, because like there's a lot more of that when I'm experimenting with genres, I find. So yeah, I like wrote like a piano thing. I wrote like a like melodic riff. Then I wrote this part with like a electric piano or something from Ableton. I wanted to sound like a whirly, so I put a phaser on it. Yeah, I think I also made like the chords a bit more complex at this point too, because I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't sound that jazzy. What gives? So I realized, okay, we gotta like swap out some of these chords, get a little weirder. So like, I totally didn't Google jazzy chords and then use that to write my progression. Totally didn't do that. One thing I noticed is there was a lot of key changes and stuff in this song, which is good because I don't do a lot of that when I'm just doing my normal beat making. So it was kind of good to explore that. Over here, I added in a bass line and just used like a bass guitar from Ableton. Sounds okay, not really that good. But yeah, I used that in like an ARP or something. I don't remember exactly. But at this point, I was like, oh man, I really want to break down. So let's do the breakdown thing, guys. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's like the drop in dubstep, but it's for metal and metalcore and hardcore. I don't think it's really a hardcore thing, but yeah, you get the point. I basically added in like a steady hi-hat rhythm too. So right here, I made like a different section for the drop for a little bit. It's like kind of more monotone. It's like the same note chugging for a bit, just kind of to like, you know, I don't know, just to make it more shitty. Okay, and then right here, I wrote like another melody thing, very airy, as you can hear. Yeah, I was actually pretty happy with this melody. Okay, so then I wrote this like death metal section where I changed keys a little bit. It's a little more chromatic sounding. It's probably a specific scale, some sort of Eastern scale or something, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just kind of went by how it sounded. I was like, hey, that sounds dark. Let's go with that. But yeah, I wrote it at the end, and then I realized, hey, big brain moment here. Let's move it right after the melodic metal section. We'll do melodic metal, then death metal, and then jazz. So that's kind of that was my thought process there, and then kind of just bounce between all three of those, and then throw a breakdown in the middle, and then you can kind of keep that going forever. For mixing, I didn't do a lot of mixing. I just tried to make it sound okay, just good enough for YouTube. I think that's the full recap here. I probably missed something, so I'm probably gonna have to edit something. But yep. All right, guys, that's it for this video. This has been me making a jazz metal fusion type beat. It's definitely a type beat. You haven't heard of the jazz metal fusion type beat? Make sure to like and subscribe. 150 likes, and I will record a video of me screaming on this. Not melodically. I'm gonna be just screaming. Just gonna Not even gonna be on the beat. But yeah, 150 likes, and I'll do vocals on this. Discord, Patreon, Twitch. Thursday, Saturday, 1 p.m. PST. Bye. So we're going to be using this microphone from now on because I think it might make me funnier. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just using this right now because Rob's using the booth right now. Any minute now, he's going to start. You know I charge by the hour, right?
Band Incorporated.